we acquired the letter here, telling us about the engineer.
Yeah, we've got the name now, James Thurston. So the next step would be to progress the game, actually, by taking that letter to good old Frank and Joe. But there are a couple of subplots that we want to investigate first.
And did we not acquire new slugs? No, we didn't. We didn't.
No, we don't need the other slugs yet. The slugs only open one more thing for the rest of the game.
I'd kind of like to just talk around real
More
quick.
questions?
Yeah.
Would you like to see the letter that Lori gave me as a reward for finding her?
The one in which Jake Hurley supposedly tells his niece how to find his lost mine? No, thank you. I happily leave it to you to try to solve the mystery of his disappearance. You can afford to look foolish, dear. I
My
can't.
goodness, she's so passive-aggressive.
She's very...
Cold.
I like her. She is cold,
Aren't
though.
you even going to try finding out what happened to Jake Hurley?
No time. The only reason I haven't insisted that Lori release me from all this silliness is there's always the possibility that what happened to him has the makings of a bestseller. Although I highly doubt it.
Why are you so sure that Jake's story wouldn't make a bestseller?
His story is an all too common one. A man wanders off into the desert in search of gold and never returns. Why? He either doesn't have enough food or water, or he encounters hostile natives.
But why was his train found out in the middle of nowhere with just the dead engineer on board?
That does make the story a little more interesting. My guess is the engineer got tired of waiting for Jake to return, took off in the train to get help, and died of a heart attack along the way. After which, the train rolled to a stop in Blue Moon Canyon. Anyone experienced enough to single-handedly run a steam engine would have been quite a bit older than Jake.
What do you think happened to Camille?
She probably died of something mundane like pneumonia or even measles.
Okay, Miss
Now, if
Boring.
it was wintertime when she died, and they were in the mountains, Jake no doubt kept her body on the train for months before he buried her, which is rather delicious in a morbid sort of way.
I should get going.
That would be nice.
That would be awful, having a decomposing body on this train.
Well, it was kind of interesting to hear her rationales for it.
Yeah.
But she's a very, like, cut and dry person.
Very, Now, in this train car, we have a optional event that is quite fun to experience. Yeah, it's in one of these corners. We'll find it. Hit him with that 180. And then
What
3
is
o'clock.
going on here?
3 o'clock.
What the heck?
What is
You've
that?
seen this.
I don't remember it looking like that.
Looks like the wall rider from Outlast.
Whoa, that did look human-like.
Well, let's go see if Mr. John Gray can explain that one away.
John?
So that was the strange dancing lights that Charlena mentioned that Jake would apparently claim to see outside his window after Camille's passing.
We've seen a haunting.
Hey, glad you stopped in. You gotta listen to this.
No, you gotta hear this, man.
What have you got?
I put this digital recorder in the corner where Camille showed up in that picture and turned it on so it would just keep recording. Now when you play it back at normal volume, all you hear is background noise. But when you turn the volume way up and run the signal through a filter or two,
A filter,
Yeah, what it...
white noise, and something else.
Oh, I did hear it.
Those are whale noises.
It was a whale noise, I think.
I hear something.
It's probably a reused asset
It
from
kind of
Danger
sounds
and
like a
Deception.
woman singing.
Yeah.
not just any woman. Camille.
Camille.
So be
Yes.
careful what you say in here.
Caddy.
She's listening.
I saw a bunch of
Cat
weird glowing
Borosaurus.
lights outside the window of the sleeping car.
Really? Actually, I'm not surprised.
Okay, rationalize this one, Mr.
You're
Science
not?
Man.
They're probably some form of piezoelectricity. See, my guess is quartz crystals in the ground are being
Searching this
compressed
word.
as the train
I'm searching
passes
that
over
word
them.
right now.
And the resulting voltage, called piezoelectricity, is manifesting itself as glowing lights, probably because of some quirk in the train's shape or in the composition of the metals used in its construction. It was custom built, remember?
So it's a natural phenomenon, not a ghostly one?
Take it from me. Old Mother Nature is capable of some pretty scary stuff.
Well, I'll catch you later.
Goodbye.
I would have thought he'd love to jump at the conclusion that there was a ghost haunting. It
You
was
know,
a weird rationale.
Searching it now, piezoelectricity is apparently a real thing. It's when electric charge accumulates in solid materials like crystals, and then when stress is applied to them mechanically, it manifests. And he's saying that the railroad probably went over some quartz in the ground, and the weight of the train pressing down on it is what caused an electrical storm in the air.
John, that's not very ghost hunter-like of you.
I could believe that, honestly. But stranger things have happened.
Ah, I can't stay mad at a fellow detective.
Oh,
What do you
God.
need?
Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Don't mention it.
Okay. And then maybe Lori has something she'd like to talk about?
We will see. I do love that handle. It's
Yeah.
just fun.
The bank valve.
Lori, got anything for us?
Before you say anything, I just want to say thank you.
I guess so.
For
Drama
what?
scoops.
Tino came to see me. He said you'd made him realize what a jerk he'd been for dumping me, and then he asked me out. Isn't that great? He said he doesn't care what anybody else thinks. He thinks we make the perfect couple.
You're made
Well,
for each
you
other, that's
can't
for
argue
sure.
with him there.
So what do you want?
Nancy says I can't argue with him there.
Yeah.
That's
Bye.
pretty funny.
As soon as you figure it out, let me know.
Alright, that's about all we have to do for this chapter of the game.
Nancy really is a cupid. Love making.
Let's get back to Frank and Joe. May I have a sip of the skedaddle, sir?
Of course.
Yes, quite.
This Nancy Drew episode is brought to you by Bang Energy. This is a paid sponsorship.
Did you buy this one, or do I still have this laying around?
Can we get a sponsorship from Bang?
They would pay us like $20. They would pay us in Bang.
I would be more than happy with that.
Alright, here's Frank and Joe.
Gentlemen,
Nancy, you missed it.
Missed what?
The argument of the century.
Joe, he's exaggerating.
Aw, come on, you heard them. They were ready to tear each other to shreds.
What happened?
Charlena and Lori.
All we heard was the tail end of it, and unfortunately, we really couldn't make out what they were saying.
How did Lori
So
sneak
you
past
don't
us?
know what they were arguing about?
No.
But whatever it
That's
was,
just what I was
both of them
thinking.
were absolutely out of their minds, livid.
And it would probably be a good idea to find out why.
Let me look into it. I'll talk to you later, okay?
You know where to find us.
wait.
Alright, well that's a new side quest now. Let's go talk with Charlene and
More
Lori.
questions?
Well, so did Lori just sneak past us and then the sleeping car absolutely bolted on the other side?
She
of the...
must have like climbed
What
out the
were you and
caboose and
Lori
ran atop the
arguing
tops of
about
the train
earlier
car.
today?
I guess.
Lori and I? We weren't arguing. We were simply discussing a topic about which both of us are passionate. That's
Oh
all.
boy.
Were you discussing her wanting to be a romance novelist?
No. And even if we were, that's really none of your business. I know that sounds harsh, but really, Nancy, eavesdropping is so tacky.
Actually, it was Frank and Joe Hardy who overheard you. They said I should talk to you before they gave me all the gory details, but since you obviously don't want to tell me your side of the story, I'll just have to get the scoop from them.
Plus
No,
ratio.
you don't have to do that. A storyline that Lori submitted to me found its way into my last book, despite the fact that she never
Oh.
received compensation
God
for it.
damn.
She's reading
This-
the book now, and when she got to that part, she freaked.
That is so
you
cold.
stole one of her ideas?
She had no business sending me unsolicited material. But technically, yes. Now, legally, she can't prove anything, and I'm certainly not about to admit anything. And it's not
just
as if
did,
she needs
yeah.
the money. But that's what we were arguing about. For what it's worth, I'm going to talk to this producer I know to see if he'll cast Lori in his next movie. It'll help ease my conscience, and who knows? She could wind up being a star. I mean, she is blonde.
I'll let you get back to your writing.
My publisher thanks you.
Wow.
You know, I'm
Lori's
starting to-
Lori's having a big day. Let's go tell her about this now.
Oh, I was trying to get a picture of Charlena, but there's no like screen I can have where I can pull out my phone in her presence.
That's too bad.
I was gonna tweet out that she's a plagiarist.
Imagine it just modding a Nancy Drew game so that Nancy has Twitter.
I know, that'd be cool.
Did you see Andrew Baldwin's modded SpongeBob playthrough of Treasure in the Royal Tower? He was showing it to the Discord. He modded the game so that he replaced all of Nancy's lines with a deep fake of SpongeBob saying them, and she replaced all of Dexter Egan's lines with a deep fake of Squidward.
That's perfect.
I know, it was really funny.
Yes?
What?
I'll come back later.
Keep me posted.
Maybe she doesn't want to talk about it now.
I feel silly now. We've made it all this way.
Oh well, back to Frank and Joe.
Yeah, what the hell?
Nancy's running laps around the train.
I am starting to dislike Charlena more and more.
She's a little snaky.
She just is kind of like bland in this game.
I feel like that's just who she is, though. She talked in a similar way in Shadow Ranch. She's not much of a people person. She and Red Knot would get along well.
I wish Aaron Yeager was the suspect.
Hey, how's
The
it
entire
going?
train explodes.
I think I know the name of Jake Hurley's engineer. James Thurston.
Great. What else do you know about him?
Well, nothing.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, finding out more about him will give us something to do. We'll look into it.
See you later.
Sounds good.
Are we just... Is this like a timed event now?
Could be.
Okay.
I think there's some more pipes actually that we can fix.
Engineer, this better be Miss Gerard.
Well, actually,
Forget it.
Nancy, learn to fake an accent.
I like the engineer. Have a look at your inventory. What notes do we have? Did we carry that note with us?
The Thurston one? No.
No, I thought we kept that in the stove.
But you're right, we could have more vents to look at. I think we just need to dilly-dally while Frank and Joe come up with the answer to the meaning of life.
Yeah.
This one is...
Combination lock, right?
Yeah, we don't have that yet. But there should be one... We did the one in here. And is there another one in Tino's?
There's one in every train car.
What the heck?
Should be one over here somewhere. Yeah, there it is.
How did I just
more
miss this?
pipes to connect.
Like, I totally missed it. Okay.
This one should be easy. Yeah, there's no gimmick to this one.
What the heck?
I wonder if there might be multiple solutions to these puzzles.
I wouldn't be surprised.
There, all done.
There we
Very
go.
nice.
That was a very obscure shape. Okay, does that get us any? No.
Now here's the real question: is that how does the steam get from train car to train car?
Ooh, it's this.
Yeah, the insignia. But for real though, how does it move from train car to train car? The steam. They're only connected by the hitch in the middle.
I couldn't tell you. I am not James Thurston. Anything?
Carbide. Carson's carbide. Can't we take that? Maybe. Okay, yeah.
Ah.
So we'll be needing some of that for the lamp that was sold to Mr. Buell. And
Can't take this.
we
still
need it,
need to
though.
distract him. Why isn't he? Why can't we distract
What's
him?
going on?
You've been
He'll
a
get up
big
and move.
help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Once we get to Copper Gorge. I say it's about high time. This ought to be the time for good old Grank and Joe.
Alrighty. Hopefully enough time has passed. Fellas, please tell me you have something.
Hey, how's it going?
Were you able to find anything out about Jake's engineer, that James Thurston guy?
Good news and bad news. The
All
good
right.
news is he had a wife in Copper Gorge, so he may have had children.
The bad news is our internet service provider stopped providing before we could use our cell phones to find out anything else.
That's okay. We can do more checking when we get to Copper Gorge.
Right.
And away we
Oh
go.
yeah. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun.
If you showed me some of these stills, I would think that this was Secret of Shadow Ranch.
Yeah.
Copper Gorge.
Sweet. Is Copper Gorge a real place? Can we get a fact check?
I think we already checked and it wasn't.
No, we checked Blue Moon. No.
No,
wait.
we did
Yeah,
check Copper
you're
Gorge.
Right, you're right.
There's Copper Mountain, I think. A couple of places here, but we're going to the gift shop and museum.
Anything I'm missing?
And taffy shop, pardon me.
Hey there! Welcome to Buell's
God.
Old Time Taffy House.
You
Come
did it.
on over here. Welcome, stranger.
Oh,
Listen,
damn.
you by any chance get here on that private train what's parked out yonder?
As a
I
matter of
forgot
fact,
about
yes, I did.
Fatima.
There's a rumor going
Never
around that
forget Fatima.
Charlene Purcell's on board. Is that true?
As a matter of fact, yes, it is.
Hot dang!
dang!
That don't beat all. I've read every single book that gal's ever written. Best writer whatever lived.
You know
Did
how
she
to
get
read?
off the train too?
I
Best
don't think
writer
so.
would ever
She's
live.
pretty
That's
busy.
exactly what they wrote on the tombstone.
Charlene
Best
Purcell
mule would ever
herself
live
right
for
here in
Charlie
Copper
in
Gorge,
Secret
breathing
Shadow
the
Ranch.
same air as me. Hot dang! Well, welcome, little missy. Go on in and take a gander at what life was like during the heyday of Copper Gorge whilst you sample some of our delicious homemade saltwater taffy.
Sounds
So
good.
this is some kind of museum?
Why, it's the best kind of museum, sister. It's free.
Hey,
You can gape
like
and gawk
CMA.
and ooh and ah to your heart's content. Least you can till I close up.
Where'd all this stuff come from?
Been in the family for years. For centuries, in fact. See, Buell was my great-great-uncle. This building used to be his general store. During the glory days back in the 1880s, he commenced a pawnbrokering, so the miners Copper Gorge was crawling with back then could raise some cash to pay for grub and tools and such. But pretty soon, the mining boom went bust. And there was Uncle Buell, stuck with a whole store full of junk. Only it wasn't junk to him. Debris from lost lives and broken dreams is what he called it. Couldn't bring himself to get rid of it. So, he passed it on to his kin. My great-granddaddy's the one who come up with the idea of turning the place into a tourist attraction.
No offense, but it doesn't look like you're attracting that many tourists.
Yeah.
That's 'cause it's the off-season. Come summer, we're rolling in tourists. Mostly on account of the taffy. Tourists just love taffy. Especially when you dangle a free sample in front of them to get them hooked. Of course, it ain't really free. Some taffy on a stick will cost you 2 tokens, which you can get by winning both those games over there.
How much does it cost to play them?
Well, ain't you the little penny pincher? Fact of the matter is, they're free. Unless you go messing with the artifacts I got in here. Do that and you'll be headfirst in the nearest snowdrift before you know what hit you.
So, this is Fatima then. Fatima is a divisive character.
Yeah, what is your opinion on what she adds to the game?
Don't like. I know you like Fatima more than I do, but
Yeah, but I don't even like her that much.
Do you
Fatima,
by any
everyone.
chance have any of Jake Hurley's things in here?
Jake who?
Hurley. He was a miner. I think he may have left a lamp and a pickaxe with your great-great-uncle.
Never heard of him. Of course, that don't mean his stuff's not here. Just means you're just gonna have to look around and see for yourself. But remember, Susie Q, don't touch.
Pleasure talking to you.
Ditto, little missy.
Okay, so we're done with her. I hate how she's like constantly scanning around the room. Look at that.
I know, it's unsettling.
It's like she can actually see through that suit. Just hold still.
This is the closest we'll get to a Freddy Fazbear Nancy Drew.
Oh my god, you're right. I hate that. Okay, let's get through here. This is gonna be great. This is a really fun puzzle.
This is just like chance, right?
It is. We're betting on horses.
Blue.
Number
What
5.
do numbers mean?
So this is to get one of the 2 tokens we need.
Like this is just a 1 in 5 chance. I'm not. Oh no way.
Are you serious?
No way. Yeah!
Speedrunning meta!
Yeah. Wow. This is the speedrun killer. I didn't think of that.
Yeah. The other game isn't much better either.
Alright, can I do this first try?
No, you can't. There's no doing Gold Rush first try. It's very bad. This is just a stupid pachinko game.
Oh no.
And there's no strategy whatsoever. See, that's the strategy. But it's not working for you. I have never seen a loss that hard. Oh my god. You literally didn't even get a foot up the mountain.
So I guess like I do need to just... I need to add some... Are you kidding me? I need to add some oomph here. No, dude!
Oh, you just missed the dynamite.
God.
Oh. This goofy music.
Dude! I'm gonna...
Is this different on Senior? It feels much harder.
Dude. Dude! Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
This comeback!
Don't call it a comeback.
Cavs in 3.
No, dude. No! I'm killing everybody.
Calm down.
I'm starting the rumbling.
Okay, good start. Bad start. That's... Okay, you actually just got 2 in at the same time.
Yeah, but, okay, the mules make me go faster. The dynamite slows him down.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah. I don't get faster off the dynamite. Oh, God. The snake slows me down and the gun makes him go faster. Dude, this is terrible.
I had never even noticed they were different like that. The rare interpretation of a gun in the Nancy Drew game.
Oh, no.
Yeah! We like that here!
Yes.
Let's have
my
it.
goodness.
Woo!
It's a miracle.
Okay, that's Old Man McGucket from Gravity Falls.
Sweet.
This whole place is like the mystery shack.
No, I was just trying to
Read the thing on the wall. 10 pieces for $1. That is a good deal for taffy.
Do I do this now?
Yeah, you can take it now.
Really? I don't just like eat it or something?
I don't
Looks
think
like
so.
to get some taffy on a stick, I'm going to need 2 different tokens. This
Actually,
machine
maybe you do
only
eat
takes
it.
tokens.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to risk that.
Okay, we'll come back and get that when we
Let's
need
look
it.
around. This looks
This looks
important.
just like the insignia I saw on the train. I'll bet this was Jake's trunk.
A very curious indentation.
Anything over there, are you, Missy?
Oops, I'd better go ask permission before I mess with this.
You bet your bottom dollar I am, Fatima.
Alright, how do we get permission?
You still here?
Do you know what's in that old trunk over
That's
there?
rude.
Why? You ain't been fooling with it, have you?
Oh no, of course not. No, I just thought it might contain the lamp and pickaxe that I asked you about before.
Well, if it does, you can forget about him, 'cause it's locked. None of my kin have ever been able to figure out how to open it. Not even my cousin Alvin, and he went to junior college.
So
my
it's
God.
never been opened?
Not since whoever owned it left it here.
I'd really like to see what's inside it.
Well, now, I certainly ain't gonna let you break it open if that's what you're getting at.
Oh no, I would never use force, believe me. But in order to try to get it open, I would have to, touch it.
Nope, sorry, not gonna happen, little missy.
you kidding me?
Unless...
Tell you what, you get Charlene Purcell to come in here so's I can shake her hand, and I'll let you fiddle with that trunk till the cows come home.
You know what? I've got a better idea.
Now,
Her
what could
mannerisms.
be better than me coming face to face with the lady who writes the finest literature this here country's ever seen?
Well, that's just it. If you were to just meet her, you'd have nothing to show for it. Afterwards, she'd go her way and you go yours, and that would be it. But if you were to, say, get her autograph, well, then you'd have something to hang on the wall and brag about.
Okay, make it so's I can meet her and get her autograph.
Oh, but the thing is, she's on a deadline, and if you take her away from her writing, she may fall behind. And if she falls behind, her publisher may pull the plug. And if her publisher pulls the plug, it could ruin her career. Do you really want to risk ruining Charlene Purcell's career?
Good
Yes.
heavens, of course not. All right, you just get me Charlene's autograph, and you got a deal. Just make sure she uses my name. I want it real personal-like.
You bet. And your name is...
Fatima, with an F. None of that weirdo PH stuff.
Okay, Fatima. I'll be right back.
So, time to go steal an autograph.
Got
You-
Charlene's autograph for me yet?
Not yet.
Well, get a move on. I got where I'm gonna hang it all figured out and everything.
God, her accent makes Sandy Cheek sound like God's gift.
I think I know what's so weird about her is that she just wears this all the time in the empty store. You would imagine she would like wear this as like a tourist thing when it's crowded.
Yeah.
Not when you just walk in and it's empty.
Hey, if you wanted to, we could have a look at the
The
cemetery.
Batman?
I'm sorry, I just...
Yes,
You startled me. Do you work here?
I do. Are you looking for someone?
Yes, Camille Hurley. She died back in the 1800s.
Ah, Camille. Beautiful crypt, wonderful view, good drainage. Whoever buried her must have loved her very much.
May I go inside it?
You may, but unfortunately you can't.
Why not?
I accidentally dropped the key down the grate that's in front of the crypt. If you can retrieve it, you can keep it. I'm having another one made. But if you do go into the crypt, just remember, you won't be alone.
This man loves being creepy.
I think he's definitely found his profession.
Well, there's the key. I'll never get that key at this rate.
Unless you had something sticky in the shape of a stick.
Mm-hmm.
I need a key.
Alright. Alright.
I'm sorry, I was laughing earlier. I just noticed that the one restaurant in Copper Gorge is called Copper Fork.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I had never seen that.
I wonder if it's any good. That could be a trivia question.
No, don't say that, because then people are gonna know.
Wait, where did they go? Oh yeah, I forgot. Charlene?
More questions?
I met a huge fan of yours in town who'd really, really like your autograph. An autographed picture would be even better.
Imagine that. Me having fans way out here in the boonies. Well, I'm sure I have a picture around here somewhere. But what I don't have is a pen. Usually I just ask my assistant for one.
I have a pencil here somewhere.
A pencil won't do, dear. It has to be ink. See if you can borrow a pen from somebody.
All right.
Well, I have an idea of who might be carrying a pen. Look at that. New train car animation.
It is just like really bright in here now.
So it is easy to actually miss that little cutscene with the piezoelectricity outside the window. Because if you go to Copper Gorge too soon, then you lose that window. It's a pretty neat experience that you can miss out on. Tino!
My man.
What's going on?
Do you by any chance have a pen I could borrow?
Why, I'm surprised at you. Don't you know that every detective should carry a pen?
Actually, I carry a pencil.
Well, as it happens, I got
Casual.
lots of pens. Tell you what, if you can play that Leaping Lizards game I found over there and do better than I did when I played it, which shouldn't be that hard seeing as how smart you are, I'll give you a pen. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, the object of the game is to get rid of as many lizards as you can by jumping them with other lizards until you can't jump anymore. Last time I played, I wound up with just 5 lizards. If you can wind up with only 4, the pen's yours.
The original Battle Royale.
Okay,
This is a great puzzle.
I'm actually forgetting the strategy behind this, so
No, we're not stopping till we have like 1 lizard left.
I think I've already like messed up something.
No, you haven't. Just keep going. This is in the same formation as Fox and Geese, but it is not nearly as bad. Yeah, there you go. You're getting it.
I feel like this is a bad move.
Then put it back. Just keep on going. This puzzle doesn't take too much strategy.
Yes, it does. Well, I've already screwed that one lizard.
Not so. It is not too late to save him.
I think it is.
Not so. You only need to get 4, so.
Yeah, but.
You lost.
Son of a gun!
It's my turn.
Try again.
Guess I'm not so smart
I was
after all.
feeling good.
Okay, now the gloves are coming off, Tino.
lizards.
Okay. This here. This here. This here. This
Do you
here.
know some MLG leaping lizards strategy I don't?
I'm different.
Yeah, it seemed like a good choice up there.
Okay.
You're just gonna make it so there's no lizards
I'm
left?
gonna
You're
have. I'm
make
taking
it-
all the
You're
lizards.
gonna have one, and then you're just gonna kill the last one.
I'm going for the meta strat. Let's see. We'll move this here, this here, this here. Now these 3 over here are.
Are we still able to play this game after it's done?
I think so. Okay.
I see what you should do.
I have to tread
Yeah, that one.
slightly more lightly.
Oh yeah, you got the Dobski.
Oh, well, this is the end here.
Yeah, you'll
No,
have...
not quite.
You're fine, bro.
I did it! I won!
I could have done better.
Here's your pen.
Dang it.
I've been bested.
What else can I
Threw
do?
somewhere.
You've been a big help.
Not a problem.